Welcome to another edition of the Hoop Scoop. I'm Jarret Johnson. I'm joined by the Mighty Joe Yeager. Mighty Joe, man, we have a special edition of the Hoop Scoop this week as the Red Raiders they've gone on their foreign tour, which under NCAA rules, each program is allowed to go on a foreign tour to play some exhibition games once every 4 scholastic or academic years. So, of course, Chris Beard, he didn't go to Canada like they did, 4 years ago, or anywhere necessarily in Europe. Although they were looking at Italy, I heard, but they went to the Bahamas, man. They're in the Bahamas now. Saw something on Twitter, Joe, where they were dancing in the rain together on a basketball court in the Bahamas. Typical mosh pit, Chris Beard form, having a good old time doing the kind of the team bonding. But I guess overall, they played 3 games over the course of what, I guess 4 days, or over the course of 4 days. The Bohemian national team, and then a pro team from Serbia, from Belgrade, Serbia, twice actually. So, and that team's been around. They've played like Kentucky in recent years, several Division I teams. But I guess just overall though, Joe, what are you looking for out of this team, this very new team in the Bahamas during their foreign tour?
Well, let's just hope there's no drama in the Bahamas.
Right.
We don't need that, or trauma, even worse, in the Bahamas. No drama or trauma, and get out of there all right, and you're in good shape. I think what I want to see first and foremost is that we think that this team is going to have the athleticism and the talent, basic skill level to be really, really good again. And but what made last year's team so special, of course, was that it had the X factors and the Y factors and the classic intangibles and so forth. And so with such a young team like this and a completely revamped roster, you hope to see that some of that developing. You hope to see somebody demonstrate some leadership skills. You want to see a lot of enthusiasm, and people sharing the ball, and nobody being selfish or anything like that. And if you start seeing signs of that sort of stuff, I mean, really so early, which here we are, August, that would be a very good sign. I mean, that's may not be the flashiest or the sexiest answer, but I think that's a very significant thing.
What player, or give us a couple of players that you really are excited to see for the first time in some Red Raider garb?
Yeah, boy, just name anybody pretty much. It's always exciting to see the new guys, and there's a ton of them. I think one guy that is definitely going to really wow some people is probably Chris Clark, the grad transfer out of Virginia Tech. He's just, you're going to know when he's on the court. Just put it like that. I mean, he makes stuff happen one way or another. And so he's an exciting guy to watch on the court. And I think that people are really going to enjoy his game, kind of the way they enjoyed Tariq Owens' game last year, another grad transfer. Who made a lot of spectacular plays. Chris Clark can do the same sort of stuff, although he's not 6'10 or 6'11. Right. Who else? You
mentioned Owens just real quick. This is off topic, but isn't he the kind of the guy who's like, a lot of people are going to be compared to him, I think, for years to come. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to be bringing in a lot of really good players, but man, Tariq Owens just checked so many boxes. You mentioned the intangibles. Oh man, what a great leader he was, and great chemistry he formed, but then also on the court defensively, I mean, he was perfect for this defense. I mean, he really was. I mean, he's a great defensive player, period, in any system, and he proved that in several systems. But man, he really was a perfect fit for this program, and I just feel like he's going to be a guy that we'll be comparing future players to for years to come.
Yeah, and if you are doing that comparison, you're probably going to be disappointed more often than not, because he was a unique specimen. I mean, you just don't see 6'10", 6'11" guys who can fly around like that and play above the rim. They're rare. Yeah. They're scarce, hard to find. And it's nice, if you can find people like that. Boy, he was a special kind of a player, and you're probably not going to be able to replace him. And when it comes to that defensive productivity, you're going to have to kind of do it by committee, because there's not going to be a shot blocker on this team that can do what he did. Yeah. And then the way he did it, I mean, the deal about him, he was such a great eraser. He covered so much space. Yeah. No matter where you shooting the ball on the court, if he was out there, you were in danger of getting it blocked pretty much. Yeah. Because he could. We saw that play against Gonzaga, of course, that famous play where he went halfway across the court and blocked a three-point attempt.
One of the top sports in Red Raiders sports history, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure it was. So, yeah, Owens was unique, and you've got to try to cobble that sort of stuff together out of a bunch of different guys. Nobody on the roster is going to be quite like him. TJ Holyfield is a guy who's going to be a shot blocker to a certain degree, but he's a different kind of a shot blocker. He's a 6'8" guy, and he has good athleticism. Now, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't quite. Tariq was something special, you know, in that regard. So he's gonna get some block shots. And he's gonna help you out there a little bit, but he's gonna kind of do it in a different way, more kind of being just kind of a canny, savvy sort of a guy who knows when somebody's going up to shoot the shot and getting up, not buying pump fakes, that sort of thing. So yeah,
I think Holyfield is probably being like under talked about with all these new guys, because he may not be as flashy as some of the other guys, but I expect him to start. I expect him to be one of your leading scorers. He might lead you in rebounding, and he's the all-time leading shot blocker in Stephen F. Austin history, despite still having a year of eligibility remaining. So that gives you an idea of what Holyfield is bringing to the table. I think he's going to be one of the top players in the Big 12. So it's crazy that he's not being talked about by not just like us, but everybody, despite what he brings to the table. So man, I'm so excited to see what they do in the Bahamas. And man, how long is it now till they tip off the season? What are we like 80 days or something, 90 days? What is it?
90, I think. Yeah, it's under 100.
All right. Well, Mighty Joe, great stuff from you as always. Thank y'all for watching, and until next time.